and welcome to part 4 of Project Firebird. It's early in the morning and I've got my cup of tea in our dad's favourite cup. Yes, this was his favourite cup and I've got it now. So I thought I'd give you guys an update because an awful lot has happened and there's been a lot of progress, a lot of successes, a lot of failures. So I thought I'd bring all that to the table and also discuss on what I'm going to do in the future. So without further ado, let's get on with it. The first thing is obviously the chassis. The chassis is now complete, yeah, and this has had much touching up to do. And as you can see, the wheels actually move as well. Whoop, he says. The wheels actually move there, and I'm really pleased with that. And I've done a lot of detailing to the radiator and the engine. And as you can see, it really looks in place. I'm really happy with this. I had a lot of problems getting, if you can see it. Let's see if I can find a pointer. There we go, I got one. I had a lot of problems getting this hose in down there, so I literally had to take all this apart just to get this hose in, which was rather annoying, and then put all this back together again and then paint it all up and re-detail it. But that's the hobby, you know. You never really know these things. But plus as well, that pipe was a bit short, so I had to use some sprue glue there and down there, and I think it looks really good now. I'm really happy with the way that looks, you know. And obviously there's the actual pipe here as well, and this is the way that this would be a standard configuration. I was thinking of doing some heat detailing on this, but I decided against it in the end because I actually like the shine, you know, and I was going to dirty all this up and do some mud on it and filth and so on and so forth, but I thought no, I'm just not happy with that, so I've left it pretty much as it is. Obviously there's the rear suspension. The detail on the engine, as you've seen in the other video, I'm really pleased about that. I'm really happy with the way that looks, and it really configures good as well. When I put this into the car, this radiator was slanted too far back, so I had to take this radiator off, so that gave me the opportunity to actually do that pipe again and lay it all out. The problem was when I put this in the car, there was a gap about as wide as my brush from where the front of the radiator would sit to where this was, and that just wasn't acceptable. So I started again, really, and sometimes you have to. The interior, I've got all the other parts off to one side, and I'll just quickly show you. As you can see, there's an awful lot of them, you know, there's quite a lot of them there. That's the steering wheel, that one there, and these are the seats that go onto the rear, and they actually go into, if you can imagine it, they actually sit in that little recess by there, they do. And then there's all the hinges and there's all the brackets and so on and so forth, really. So we'll just put that to one side, and obviously I've got the seats as well. But what I've done here is, if you can just about see it, is I've actually masked off, that's where the gear stick goes, and I do believe that's just a little recess to where you can put you know, your odds and sods and bits and pieces, really, as you're driving along. I actually thought it was a console of some sort, but it's not. Yeah, it's just like a little open glove box, it is. So I've sprayed that black, and I've semi-glossed them, and I've just basically masked them off. Obviously I need to paint the pedals here, and that'll be much better. And I was going to paint this black, but no, I decided against it. Just purely because of the dashboard, which I do have, and I'll just get it for you now. Where did I put that dashboard? Ah, there it is, I've got it. And here's the dashboard. And as you can see, it's a different colour to the interior. The reason it's black is I sprayed all this with white, and then I sprayed this. I was going to have a yellow interior, but it just didn't work out, so I had to strip everything off and start again. And instead of using white, I used black, because actually black shows up pale colours much better, much stronger, as you can see there. And as you can see on the bottom here, it has been sprayed black. It's actually bringing up the colours much better. And on the body as well, it will bring out the metallic effect very well, because this is the colour that I'll be spraying it in. It's titanium gold, I do believe, is it? Yes, titanium gold, and it's a beautiful colour. But when I sprayed it onto the white, it just didn't look good. It just lost a lot of its colour and pigment. So I tried it on black and it looks absolutely fantastic. And as I've said before, spraying metallics onto a black shiny surface really brings it out. So I tried it with the white and it actually does the same. So what I've done here is where you've got the where the cold air and hot air comes out, I've masked that off, and there's a handrail here, and there's another ventilator there, and that's the cassette player. Yes, they had cassette players in the 80s, not MP3s like they have nowadays. So that's all been masked off, and that's all ready for spraying, and that's going to look really good. And I've done all the rest of the interior like that as well, including both seats. That's one of the seats, so that's going to get a nice cream coat to it, and I'll show you the colour now. Yeah, and obviously the bonnet as well. You know, what I've done with the bonnet is I've actually masked off these here would be I think they're like insulation or engine mufflers or something like that, and these are actually black, but the rest of the bonnet is actually you know, gold, the same colour as the rest of the car. So that's why I've masked that off, and when I spray it I'll take those off and you guys will be able to see that. And I'm actually looking really forward to spraying this, and this is lovely and smooth now. It may look a bit rough and a bit doggy, but believe me, when I put the paint on there, that will go really smooth and shiny, and it'll be absolutely gorgeous. It really will be. Just put that out the way. While I've got it here, we'll talk a little bit about the wheels. Just unfortunately I had to strip the wheels. I tried painting them, but it just didn't look right. It didn't work out. The paint wasn't sticking to the chrome, so I had to strip it all off, and I'm gonna have to spray these silver and then do a bit of detailing with gold to get the effect I want. So bit of a shame with that, but that's just the way it goes sometimes in the world of modelling. You just have to suck it up, really, don't you? You know. While I'm here, got the number plates. Got two of these for the front and the rear, and yes, they say Firebird, and I'll be spraying these in this is called Shine Silver. It's absolutely gorgeous colour, it really is. So well done to Mr. Colour for that one, because I'm really pleased with that. You know, what else we got? Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the body, because obviously that's the main thing. So the first thing you'll notice is that I've now done these in the UK are orange, but in America they're red. I'm not sure why that is. And there's one there because they're the indicators, of course they are, so they would be orange in the UK and red in America. So there's one set there, there's another set there, one there, and one there. And just like the rest of the body, I've actually done this in black as well, and I've done a fair bit of masking. As you can obviously see, the engine bay is completely masked off, and I've finished that now, and I've completely detailed it, and there's chrome and silver. I've highlighted it as well, so all the nuts and bolts have been highlighted, and I've got the brake reservoir in, and I do believe that's the ignition system sitting in there, and the battery sits over there. I can't see anything because obviously I've covered it all up, because this is all going to be getting sprayed. I've also masked off where the rubber seals would be for the windows on the front and on the back, and also the same here as well. And once again, just like with the rest of the stuff, this has been sprayed black, and when I put the metallic on it, it will really bring out the full effect of the titanium gold. And carrying on the theme, I've also sprayed the inside, and I am going to do some flocking, so that'll be very interesting. You've never seen flocking before. It's basically carpeting for scale modelling, so it's really interesting. It's taken me a while to learn it as well, but it's really good, and we'll get to that one. And the colour, this isn't actually a colour you can buy. I had to use two colours, so it was this colour and tan to get the actual, you know, cream leather look that I wanted, cream or light tan that I wanted, and it really accompanies the gold absolutely perfect. And I just literally poured 2 lots of Mr. Colour in to get the colour I wanted. While we're here as well, as you can see, the tail end looks absolutely wonderful now. I'm just really happy with how that looked. I was so concerned about whether or not it would, with all the work I did on it, you know, with filing and sanding, because there was a huge gap running along here. So I filled that in with mini put and sprue glue, and it actually looks really good now. You can't actually really see what I've done, which is exactly what I was after. And obviously on the back as well. I actually quite like the black look of it, but I want it in gold. But it actually looks quite mean and intimidating. And obviously, where I got the indicators, that will need those will need covering up. It was very interesting how I did the indicators. I actually sprayed it with this one first, and this is like a shine silver. I've never seen anything like it. I'll just show you. It's actually got really nice flecks of silver in it. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up or not, but I'll tilt this over here. But as you can see, it really shines. So it really is shine silver. So and I let that dry, and then I literally put clear orange on top of it, and that's the effect I got. So the shine silver actually shines through the clear orange, so you get like a very shiny orange, which is just what I wanted, you know. And I'll be doing the same thing as well on these here, because these go in the front. Yeah, that's the front indicator there. Sorry, that's the front indicator there, you know, and these actually go into the front of the car like that. So that'll look really nice here. Well, so, I like them. Yeah, I've got the door panels. I put the wings, the wing mirrors on the door panels. I lined those up, and those look really good. I'm really happy and pleased about that. And that little problem we had with the one door car, I have actually rectified it, if I can find it. There it is. So there it is, and that looks a hell of a lot better now. Remember, there was a big huge gap there, and I filled that in with really put, and I sanded it and smoothed it and done all sorts to it, and that is now ready for the interior painting, and I'm very pleased with how that has turned out as well. Just trying to think of what else we need to talk about. Oh yes, lights. I don't think I'll be doing lights in this. I would like to put lights in them, but when I put all this together as a dry run, there's absolutely no space for lights whatsoever, and if I put lights in it, the engine bay is completely filled up with the engine and also the underside of it, so I'm not going to be able to fit lights in this. A bit disappointed in that, but I do need to move along with this and get this project done. But overall, I'm really happy with the way this is going, and I'm so pleased with the lights as well. I just need to mask these back up, so obviously, because when I spray the gold on here, yeah, it's going to cover it up, and I've wasted my time, so I need to mask these back up, and then I can do some gold spraying on these. But obviously, once I've done that, I'll be able to take the masks off here, and I'll be able to show you guys the engine bay, because I was really happy with the level of detail that's in there. You know, it really is a very nice kit. It really is, and I really enjoyed making this. Oh yes, smoke windows. Talking of windows, I've had a bit of a mishap. As you can probably see, there's a great big, I don't know what to call it, yeah, a blob of some, when this was drying, a blob of something got on it, yeah, and it's just ruined it. So I've got to, I'll probably use some Mr. Leveling colour on that, and as you can see, there's loads of foreign objects on it as well, which I'm not happy about. So I put this to one side, because I have actually done this 3 times, but it just keeps going like that. So I've had to clean out my entire work area, because the amount of blobs and dusts must be coming from there, because I can't think of where else they're coming from. So I put this to one side, and I'll come back to that, and I'll you know, be redoing this, because it should look like that, which is really nice, and I really like that, and I'm really happy with that effect. But it doesn't. It looks like that. So obviously, when it was drying or when I was spraying, some bits and pieces got on it and basically spoilt the look of it. Especially, I don't know where that blob come from, but it's there now, and I'll have to deal with it. And once I've got the glass looking how I want, I'm going to put a nice bit of smoke on it, because on the instructions it says the actual top windows and the rear window have been smoked, and this is TS71 smoke here, which is really nice. Really nice colour it is. I've used this before, and it really does give that smoke effect, so I'm really pleased about that. So that's what I'll be doing the sunroof windows on, and the sunroof windows go there, and the rear window, obviously the rear window goes there, and I'll be smoking those, but the front one I'll be keeping clear, and there's no windows for the doors. So that's pretty much it, guys. I think that's us caught up with all the good stuff and all the not so good stuff. So I'm going to go off, do some masking, do some spraying, and obviously I need to finish this off. And once this is done, yeah, you'll be able to see what I'm on about with those two there. And obviously the seats as well need spraying in their colour, because they haven't had their colour yet, you know. But that's why I mixed up an awful lot of this colour. So that's what's happened, guys, and that's where we're going to go forward next. So until part 5, I do believe, of Project Firebird, you all take care. Have an awesome week.